Final render. It started with a freelance gig. Evan Klein had been editing videos for 6 years, weddings, music videos, indie horror shorts, the occasional YouTube ad for skincare brands. He knew Adobe Premiere like muscle memory and DaVinci Resolve like a second language. He had a solid system, dual monitors, RAID backup, quiet evenings with coffee and plugins. So when he received a Dropbox link from a new client, Noah Pritchard, requesting a simple horror short edit, Evan barely blinked. The email had no pleasantries. Just a subject line, edit this ASAP, and a message. Raw footage attached. Audio and visuals synced. Add titles and cut to 15 minutes exactly. Deliver in 1080p. No color correction needed. Do not change the order of the shots. Do not watch past minute 12. Just cut it. Weirdly specific. And slightly off-putting. But the pay? Triple his usual rate. Evan clicked the link. The project folder was clean, a few .mov files, ambient sound, and a bizarre title card. The disassembly tape. All shots were dated 5 years ago. Odd, but not unheard of. Maybe it was archival. Maybe it was art. He loaded it into Premiere and hit play. The footage was grimy, handheld shots in a decaying house, no dialogue, just breathing and distant static. Some scenes had a figure standing motionless in the background, just outside the range of focus. At first, Evan thought it was a mistake. But it kept appearing. Never in the same place twice. At timestamp 4 minutes and 32 seconds, the screen flickered. For exactly 1 frame, he saw his own editing room. His monitors. His desk. His coffee mug. He paused, frame by frame. Gone. He checked his multicam layers. Nothing. No nested clips. Just a glitch, he told himself. But the deeper he edited, the stranger it became. By minute 7, the audio began including faint whispering beneath the ambience. Not a track layer, he checked. When he tried to isolate the sound in Audition, the program crashed. And when he reloaded, his project name had changed. The file was now called Evan_Final_V1.0. He hadn't renamed it. Evan was a professional. He'd dealt with corrupted projects before. Restart, reling, backup. Keep calm. But the footage grew more personal. At 10:23, a shot panned across a row of photographs inside the abandoned house. The last photo was of him. Sitting at his desk. Wearing the same hoodie he had on now. He slammed pause. What the hell? He pulled up the original clip in VLC. Same frame. Same photo. Not embedded metadata. Not a joke. When he went back to Premiere, a new sequence had been created, do not render _01. It wasn't there before. It had one clip inside, exactly 2 minutes long. Titled, watch _this_alone. He hovered over it. Against every instinct, he pressed spacebar. The clip was a direct feed from his webcam. Live. Except he wasn't moving. And behind him, a figure, blurry, long-limbed, its mouth stretched too wide, stood watching his back. Evan shut down the program. He yanked the power from the wall. Sat in silence, breathing hard, the hum of his computer still ringing in his ears like phantom pain. He went to bed without uploading anything. But at 3:17 a.m., his phone buzzed. An email from noah.pritchard.deadlink@hostnow.org. You cut past minute 12. You weren't supposed to. Render begins. You are inside it now. Evan checked his laptop. Premiere was open. The timeline played itself. And he watched as he appeared in the footage, staring, muttering, hands twitching like a puppet's. He tried deleting the file. The system froze. He tried screen recording. The screen went black. A whisper came through the speakers. Backspace won't help you. Editors just arrange. You never created this. It's already done. Every time he tried to delete the project, it reappeared. The file structure changed daily, folders named after the time he opened them. 3-21 am _startover. U_left_me_n_frame. Import_evan.mov. One day, the desktop background changed, a still frame from the footage. Evan, asleep at his desk, the figure closer now. Then his webcam light came on. He wasn't touching the keyboard. The last footage in the timeline now showed him editing a sequence that looped forever, him editing himself editing. He no longer slept. He couldn't tell what was the project, and what was real. Evan Klein's portfolio hasn't updated in a year. But videos still appear on his Vimeo. Glitchy horror sequences. Loops of editing timelines with no exit point. Faint reflections of him in the glass. And one file, always locked. Final render_ek.mov. Some say if you download it and watch it to the end, you'll see your own editing setup reflected inside. Then you'll hear the whisper. Your turn. Cut carefully. And you'll find a new project on your drive. You didn't download it. You didn't create it. But it's already named. U_final_v1.0. Sleep tight, editors.